where do things stand? I mean, I think you tried to make it very clear right now that everything rests with Hamas, but there seems to be a lot of friction, to say the least, inside the Israeli government about this. Are you confident that the Israelis have, in fact, signed off and are willing to go along with us?
We are completely confident. It was an Israeli proposal. Obviously, it was a proposal that they developed in consultation with the United States and Qatar and Egypt, the three countries that have played the mediating role throughout this process. In terms of where it stands, it was submitted to Hamas on Thursday night. We have yet to hear a response. We obviously saw the statement that they put out. I think it was on Friday, but we haven't gotten a response back from them. The President spoke to this in his remarks on Friday, where he said that fully anticipated that this would be controversial with some members of the Israeli government. And of course, we've seen some members of the Israeli government already come out and oppose it. In fact, opposed it over the weekend. But the case that he made and that we will continue to make is that this is a proposal that is in the long-term security interests of Israel. It's obviously in the long-term interests of the Palestinian people as well. But this is a chance to not just come to an end to the conflict in Gaza and return the hostages home to their families, but help solve the conflict in the north of Israel, which is displacing tens of thousands of Israelis, and finally bring further integration with the region, which is in Israel's long-term security interest.
Do you want to proceed actually just one thing that's slightly different, but just in the proposal, just the language major population centers that the Israelis would withdraw from that. Is there actually a list of what the major population centers are, or is there some wiggle room? Could this be something that could become a point of contention in the future?
So it just means what it means, which is major population centers, and partly that is because the population of Gaza has been fluid, or where the population of Gaza is has been fluid over the past months because you've seen people move from one place to another. So it means major areas in Gaza where you have people gathered together. And so that's the point of it. I don't want to get into it any more from here, but we think the term is fairly obvious.
I wanted just to try and understand what the space for... We're talking about going from phase 1 to phase 2 in this deal. If you're saying you still have this strong line that Hamas can't run Gaza in the future, but you're also saying that there's no path to total victory, to total sort of eradication of Hamas.
By military means alone is what I mean by that.
Right. So what you're asking is for Hamas to peacefully, the leaders and the members of Hamas to peacefully disarm and sort of just disappear. What is the actual sort of proposal here for someone like Yahya Sinwar, who's there? He's a leader. You're saying him and his cadre of leaders of Hamas have no role in the future of Gaza. So where are they going to be in the future?
So because that is quite clearly an issue that will still need to be negotiated, we haven't even gotten an acceptance of this proposal yet, but should it be accepted, phase 2, and all of these related questions are things that will have to be negotiated as part of the process. I'm not going to do that negotiation here in public.
You have kind of moved from earlier in the war, I think you were strongly supporting Israel's goal of completely eradicating Hamas. Now there seems to be this little space for they can exist in some form.
No, that is not at all what our position is. What our position is that you cannot eliminate Hamas just through military means, just through a military campaign. And this has been the experience of the United States in counterterrorism activities all around the world.